So, in deconstructing from the authoritarian religious system, almost all the way through that, which I feel like even to this date, I'm somewhat still deconstructing from, because I'll look back and see things that I missed and go, wow, that was crazy. But also I have begun deconstructing from cultural and familial systems as well. And let me go on into the familial system. And this is where I've begun utilizing, and this is why I'm writing this next book, but this is where I've begun utilizing the tool to understand what love was and what love wasn't, what abuse was and what abuse wasn't. Because I come from a family system that that gaslit me, and when I would say this is what has occurred, either I would be told that I didn't remember it correctly, which I did, or I would be told that what I was seeing wasn't real, which it was, or I would be told, you know, it was constantly trying to rewrite the story over the story that I knew to be true. And so I was constantly gaslit, and I had to begin looking at that and say, you know, when my mother and father told me, when I said to my mother and father that I felt like I have always been the outcast of the family, like that I've never had their approval, like that they've always looked at me cross-eyed, you know, they would always respond to me with, oh, that's not true. We speak very highly of you and we love you very much. But I could put A through Z instances where I could account for what I was telling them was the reason why I felt the way I did and the reason why I felt like they disapproved of me. And that is actually my experiences versus what they were telling me, which did not align with my experiences. So there I had to learn how to, you know, kind of dissect what I knew versus what I believed. And I wanted to believe what my mother and father were telling me. And so I kept going back into myself and saying, I must not be thinking this through correctly, or there's something wrong with me to be feeling this way. I'm the only one in the family that feels like this. So, you know, but it took years and years worth of therapy and psychological studies, and I mean, so much information for me to finally take a look at this and go, yeah, I was right. There is something very wrong here, and my intuition on it and my experiences were not wrong.